We are back after probably a month or so. YouTube deleted me because they thought I was a bot. Ignore that. I was looking at some personal stuff. Uh, but they deleted my account. I essentially had to fucking be like, "Hey, yo, not a bot. Please bring me back." And they did. And I just kind of lost motivation during that time. We are back though, and yeah, fuck it. Let's just get right to it. Um, I'm happy to be back. I got motivation again. Love the double blue right there. Doctor Who commander right away. Okay, I believe this is the one with. Love that. I believe this is just the one with. That's not Will. I'll always do that for some reason. Yeah, the fucking. I was gonna say afflict. It's casualty, where you just get multiple of her. Okay, I can work with this. Okay. So just trying to get tokens and then switching those tokens. Hell yeah, I can work with that. Cool. Well, as normal, I will build the build the deck, and be back after that. I was just about to just delete this for some reason. Oops. So, so we are back with old Ashad. I think it's a good commander. I like it. I'd build this one. Yeah. So let's just get into it. First non-legendary artifact spell you cast each turn has casualty 2, sacrificing a creature with tough no power 2 or greater. And then whenever you sacrifice a creature, put a 1/1 counter on Assad. Oh, okay, there we go, fixed it. Necessary casualty. This is mostly just trying to get tokens onto the board and get more sacrifice necessary. Every combat or every turn? Beginning of your combat, yep, so you get combat with these guys. You just get this when it ETBs. For Jadar, you get every end step. I mean, so you'll have one by your end step. You know, first time you play them, you won't have them, but after that, you will. Thunderhawk, you'll get 2 of them, and you know there are other ways to copy these guys. You can Ashad it, so you can get 2 Urbrask Forge triggers. You can get 2, no, only one of these guys, but for these 3 at least, you can get 2 triggers off of them ETBing or combat, just due to them being non-legendary artifacts in their own right. A little bit of draw. You know, you're gonna need to draw some cards. You get good old classic Faithless Looting for a mana. You know, you will be discarding 2, but if you're willing to discard them, then they're probably not great. Thoughtcast, a great card that can be 1 mana just due to the affinity for artifacts. You should be able to cast this for pretty cheap every time, just with how many artifacts this deck can make. Thought Monitor, you know, ETBing, drawing cards, kind of slappers, and you can, in theory, get 2 triggers off of it or more with some of the stuff that we'll show. And then Jahora, I don't know how to say her name at all. Weatherlight Captain will obviously get more just because of casting historic spells, being legendary artifact and sagas. A lot of good draw. There are more that obviously aren't in the fucking Google slideshow, but are in the deck list. Good targets for his copy. His casualty copying, you know, giving every artifact, it would be what, +2/+2 because you're copying it. Crypto Thrall, it, and then everything else will get. Other artifacts, creatures have hexproof, but with 2 of them, they give hexproof to each other. Twinning Staff, so anything that you're copying from Ashad will also be copied with Twinning Staff and then Sonic Resonator, so you can get how many? You can get a lot of cheap artifacts if you copy Foundry Inspector after Twinning Staff and so on and so forth. With a lot of these targets, you can flood the board with really good creatures and really good artifacts. And I think obviously the first target that you'd want to do is Sonic and then Twinning Staff, because with Sonic Resonator you can at least pay 4 mana, 4 mana to copy his trigger a lot, and then get what? Fucking. I don't think you can copy a casualty, can you? I don't know. But either way, you can get a lot of twinning staffs, and then you can obviously copy a whole bunch of other shiitake out there. And then these are just for the casualty. You know, you can create copies of them through certain ways that will be showing on the next page, I think. But just creatures that just want to die and make other creatures. You know, you're making 2/3/3s. You're making 3/3/3s with this one, with Phyrexian Trainoform and Wormcoil Engine. You're gonna make a lot of creatures that want to die with it, and both targets are very good. Both creatures are very good targets for the casualty abilities, just because you get more out of them. Brothers, with Urza, you can tap a lot of the artifacts that might not be tapping, like uh, the Forge, Thunderhawk. I mean, obviously you're gonna crew it because everything gets flying. Uh, you can tap a lot of this stuff that you might not be tapping otherwise, just for blue mana, and then if you want, you can pay the 5 to shuffle library and play a card for free. And then Mishra, big targets with Mishra, in my opinion, are obviously the Thunderhawk and anything else that has ETB. You know, Royal Warden, Thunderhawk, or either one of these two, because the moment you sacrifice them to casualty, you're getting 3 free creatures off the Mishra. It's slappers. Oh, copy of a non-creature artifact. Oh, well. Either way, you can do it with uh, the Hawk thing, which is still really good because you still get free creatures off of it. Mana, which you can also get more from the casualty. All these can get more casualty triggers just from coming into the battlefield and you sacrificing it. And you'll get, what, 2 mana? You'll get fucking 6 mana, 2 mana, 4 mana. It's worth it to casualty stuff to just have these come out onto the battlefield with a lot more mana. Easily worth it. I don't think the music's playing. And then we do need to think about the end game, obviously, and think about what we're going to be going for. You know, twinning staff stuff, you know, Mishra. Oh, there we go. Uh, I forgot to change the title on this one, but either way, it's going to be Gonti's Aether Heart with Mishra. This combo is very just well known, and with Ashad, you can at least get 2 Gontis out onto the battlefield and then have it just double up right away. But yeah, no, easily Mishra and Gonti's Heart makes sense. Getting extra turns, just comboing off, easy squeezy. Old classic, clearly classic right here. You know, you create a copy of Blightsteel, and then with Brunaclad, you make any token on the battlefield that's there into a Blightsteel and just kill everyone. Everyone's gonna hate you, but it's still kind of funny because you get the Saheeli, you get the Blightsteel, and then you get Brunaclad turning all your previous tokens into Blightsteels. Like all those token mana artifacts, these token nerds, the 3/3s that they make, any tokens of these all just get turned into Blightsteels. And you win, you really do. That is all on this slide. But I mean, for Ashad, it's a great commander that has a lot of creatures that you want to make multiple of. You know, have them ETB, die. I really thought, I didn't know this was a non-creature. I should have really paid attention to that. Either way, he's still really good to have out because it creates a 4/4 that you can sacrifice to casualty. So, I mean, for a lot of these, you might want to be waiting until after combat. You want to do your second main phase to cast a lot of these things. I'm pretty sure I have other ways to copy these guys in the deck, which I didn't think about just because I thought Mishra did it. Either way, as usual, please like and subscribe. I'm putting out more videos now, and I will try and stick to my schedule that I had. And if I don't, I'm sorry. I really am. Just life, work, personal stuff. It gets in the way, but it's a part of it. Uh, Either way, I should make a tier list of all the commanders I have built from and put them somewhere. Shouldn't I? I might do that one of these days. I might start making a tier list. Either way, out of all the ones I've built, he isn't my favorite, but he is up there. I still low key love Dalek Emperor as one of my top ones. Either way, I think that will be all for today. So we went through all the fucking like and subscribe stuff, but yeah, hopefully episode 7 is just as good with another Doctor Who commander that we spun. We'll see you there.